Huffington Post. My name is Theo Randall and this is my recipe for the weekend. Now this recipe is making the most of this asparagus, English asparagus, still in season. I'm just going to thinly slice the asparagus and we're going to do some amazing breadcrumbs, delicious breadcrumbs called pan grattato, which is kind of, it's almost like a sort of poor man's parmesan. It's kind of a really good way of making a bit more out of a pasta dish, giving a bit more texture and crunch. So the oil's quite hot, so I'm going to do that straight away. So basically just put some chopped up bread, some sourdough bread or any kind of stale bread. Just pop them into some hot oil. It can be sunflower oil, it can be olive oil. Olive oil is better, but if you use sunflower oil, it's fine. But don't use vegetable oil because they have a kind of residual taste, which isn't very nice. So just let them fry. And what we're going to do is we're going to thinly slice the asparagus and cook the asparagus with the tagliatelle. And we're going to do a little bit of garlic, some anchovies. We've got these salted anchovies in oil and creme fraiche. So sort of quite creamy sort of pasta sauce with the asparagus. And the great thing is, I mean, English asparagus is quite expensive, but you don't need that much. So a little goes a long way. And then with the combination of the breadcrumbs with the pasta and the asparagus, it's a really lovely texture and flavour. So when the breadcrumbs go sort of slight golden colour, we'll just make sure they're all kind of even. They should be really crispy because the point is we're going to sort of sprinkle these on top and it should kind of crunch and have a lovely sort of texture and flavour. So cook them a little bit longer. Okay, so when the breadcrumbs are this sort of colour, some sort of straw golden colour, just get a fine sieve or some colander and then just pop them in and just drain off all that oil. Okay, get rid of the pan. Now we're going to prepare our asparagus. So do the clicking thing. So, you know, with the asparagus, just where the end clicks is where it's this bit here is really tough. But just by doing that, you can find out what's tough and what isn't. So give about, I'd say, 3, 4, 5 pieces of asparagus per portion. Okay, so here we go. So get the asparagus, just chop it at a slight angle. Like so. About a centimetre thick. Doesn't have to be perfect, just sort of quite rough really. So let's get the asparagus in the water. So we're just going to cook this for probably two minutes before we add the pasta. So this goes in first. So boiling salted water, in it goes, 2 minutes. Okay, now we're going to get our anchovies and a bit of garlic. So half a clove of garlic, garlic clove in half, and then just thinly slice. And then we're just going to pop that in the pan with a little bit of olive oil, just to soften the garlic. And then we're going to get our anchovies. So we get a few anchovy fillets. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fillets. You're going to add less, but it's a really lovely flavour with that creme fraiche and asparagus. So anchovy fillets go in. And then you just kind of want the anchovy fillets just sort of melt. They'll melt very easily with that garlic. Just sort of stir them around a few times. Kind of break them up with a spoon. It's the most amazing smell. Okay, so get to that sort of stage, and then doesn't have to be perfect, just slightly broken up, and then get a couple of spoonfuls of creme fraiche, a couple of big spoonfuls of creme fraiche, and then just let that sort of melt and emulsify together. So just leave that to one side. You don't want to boil it away, just let it sort of melt in with the anchovy and the garlic. Let's add our pasta now. So we add our tagliatelle to the asparagus, which has been cooking for a couple of minutes. So the pasta's cooked now, so we'll just take out the tagliatelle. So leave some of that water, and then it's really simple. Just going to toss the pasta, and then just put it back on the stove, and just let all that lovely juice and moisture cooks in. And while it's cooking, just get a couple of leaves of basil. You don't have to add basil, but it just gives it, I think basil and asparagus is a really nice combination. Just get a couple of leaves of basil, and then just pop that in with the pasta and the asparagus. And then just toss the pasta. So all that starch makes it really creamy and emulsified. Just going to check the seasoning. Be careful because you've got anchovies in there, salted anchovies, so it's going to be quite well seasoned. Just check it. A little bit of salt, a little bit of black pepper, and then toss it one more time, and then so it should really sort of be creamy, but not swimming in the sauce. And then nice smell of anchovies, asparagus, loads of asparagus. And then finish off with our toasted breadcrumbs, which will need a tiny little bit of salt on top, and then just kind of keep them sort of nice and chunky, and then put a few of them on top, like that. And there you have a really delicious way of eating asparagus. That's tagliatelle with pan grattata, anchovies, basil, and creme fraiche.